Now let's look at the premium in more detail so that we can better understand what influences its value. Remember that the premium is the only term in an options contract that is not set by the Options Clearing Corporation. So what causes the premium to go up or to go down? There are three things that influence the price of the premium. They are intrinsic value, time value, and volatility. Let's look at each of these. Intrinsic value is the amount by which an options contract is in the money. In the money specifically means that the holder has the incentive to exercise the options contract. Remember that the writer of an option can never exercise the options contract. Only the holder can exercise. So when the option is in the money, the holder has the incentive to exercise. So when is a call in the money? When the market price is above the option's strike price. A call is at the money when the market price of the stock equals the option's strike price. And a call is out of the money when the market price of the underlying stock is below the option's strike price. So an option only has intrinsic value when it is in the money, when the market price is above the option's strike price. Clearly, as the price of the underlying stock goes up higher and higher above the option's strike price, the more intrinsic value the call will gain. Therefore, the premium will go up. When the price of the underlying stock starts to go down, clearly the option will have less intrinsic value. And the price of the premium is reflected also. The next influence is time value. And you actually have to know the formula for time value for the test. And it's a simple formula which makes it easy for you to calculate time value. What is time value? It is the amount of money that you will be willing to gamble between now and expiration that the option will move in your favorable direction. The formula for time value is the premium on an options contract minus its intrinsic value. Clearly, as a call moves towards expiration, the time value will decline. Another term that's often used is it will erode, so that at the time of expiration, the time value will be zero. On the exam, you will have to compute time value on an option using the formula, the premium minus the intrinsic value. The third influence on an option is the volatility of the underlying security. The more volatile the underlying security, the greater the likelihood that between now and expiration, that it will move in the direction that you want. So the greater the volatility, the higher the premium will be. So let's look at what we just learned about options premiums and apply it to the option that we have here. 1 ABC October 50 call at 6 when the market price of ABC is 52. The first question is, what is this option's intrinsic value? Remember, you only compare two things, the market price of the underlying security to the option's strike price. In this case, the market price of the underlying security is above the call's strike price. Therefore, this option is in the money and it has intrinsic value of $2 per share. This is always stated on a per share basis. This is built into the $6 premium. Next, let's look at the option's time value. Remember, the formula for time value is the premium on the option minus the option's intrinsic value. We've already calculated the intrinsic value at $2 per share. The premium is 6, so 6 minus 2 yields a time value of $4. This is the amount of money that the holder and the writer are both willing to gamble that the market will move in the desired direction between now and expiration of the contract.